our 16th day of self-love. Today's topic is, what's the most loving thing you have ever done to yourself? So thank you very much for joining us, and I'm really looking forward to sharing this topic with you. So I think Sheila would like to go first.
Yes, I'd like to go first. I've already talked about removing toxic people from my life or toxicity from my life, so I won't go there today. 14 years ago, I decided I wanted to lock my hair, to have dreadlocks, and at that time they weren't really socially acceptable. And I asked a few people about it, and people are saying, "Oh, you know, dreadlocks are associated with Rastafarians and smoking weed and all that." But for me, dreadlocks symbolize freedom, and that's how I felt, and that's how I feel even today. I feel I need to have the freedom. They symbolize the freedom for me to make my own choices, to choose my own path.
Yeah.
And that's why I spot these dreadlocks, and I love them very much. This is a loving thing I did for me.
Oh, that's really suits you very well, and good for you, as it should be. Yes, you fight for your freedom, for who you wanna be. You look amazing. Yes.
His hairstyle really suits you. It's like made for you, for your face.
And it's low maintenance.
We should probably try.
So I am carrying one myself. Well, mine
you
is.
do too?
Oh yeah, it's fun. I love it. It's nice.
Oh, thank you. You're an inspiration, and you keep up with your choice.
Yeah.
Who would you like to go next? I think it's Maggie.
Margaret. Yes, what I want to talk about today is actually something to do with self-love. It is what I did for myself that I love. I started setting boundaries, which is hard when you have those nagging family members or friends who are nagging that you can't even make your own decision on things, and they can just wait and direct you on how to do things. But now I sat down and realized I wasn't living my life, I was living their life. So I said to myself, I have to have that tight boundary that I would not even negotiate it, even move it, even small. Even if it is my father, if it is my what, I had to set my boundaries. This is how I want my things to happen. I also have my freedom. I have my mind. I can choose what I want. I can choose my friends. I can choose what I want to do and what I don't want to do. So that is what I did for myself, and it has really lifted that heavy load which I had. And now I live a freedom life. Not that somebody just picks a phone and tells me, I want this, and I'm not supposed to say no, because it is them to say what I'm supposed to do or not, or what I'm not supposed to do. If I'm supposed to give, I am supposed to give without even consulting me, without even listening to how I feel or if I have or if I have not. So I was, during that time, I was just to give, even if I don't have, I was to live their life. I had to please everybody just to make myself to be among them, to belong to them. Then I realized I don't have to belong to anybody. I have to belong to myself, because it's my life, and it's self-love. I have to love myself first before I love somebody. So that now when I want to do something, it's because I've chosen to, and I want to do it, not because you are forcing me to do it.
That is very powerful, Maggie. Yeah, that's really powerful. Thank you for sharing. I'm actually gonna have to call you after this and learn.
Now I had to do it without being guilty, because sometimes you are made to feel guilty because you've refused doing something. But I realized I don't have to make somebody happy for me to be happy. I need to be happy to ask for others to be happy.
Yeah, that's very, very good. Good for you. It's a very powerful. It's a very powerful message, and hopefully we can all learn from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Elizabeth, would you like to share with
Yeah.
us? as well?
Yeah. Yeah. In life, I have dreamed and I have planned, but sometimes things don't just go as I've planned. As
Yeah,
circumstances can change. But I've learned to accept circumstances that I cannot change and remain calm, control my emotions, face my fears, and embrace myself. Embrace even the change that comes, all the circumstances that come, the changes that comes along. I've learned to embrace it and be and go through it all positively. So the watchword, what I've really learned to do is just being positive in everything, every circumstances, because I can't
yeah.
really change some. So I just accept and I'm positive about it all. That's it.
Oh, it's amazing. I think I'm hearing all the positivity. It's very inspiring. Well done. Thank you. Um, I think it's Jose. Would you like to go next?
Yes, I think the very most important thing that I've done for myself was to decide to move to England from Europe, like the way they call it, English people, they call it Europe, from the Netherlands. It didn't help me on my own, but it also helped my children. So I did a very good decision to move from the Netherlands to come and live here. Even though people, they were just, against my decision. I didn't tell a lot, but for those that I told, they were not really happy about my decision. But I knew exactly why I was deciding to move to England, because when I'm a single mom, and life wasn't that easy. And when I was advised, I just took that risk to do it, not only for myself, but also for my kids. And it was a decision that was going to benefit me, not those who were against what I was deciding to do.
Yeah.
So it's good when you decide what to do, which is gonna make you happy. The self-happiness comes first. And then also when you are a mother, you think about your kids. And I'm so happy that now we are all happy. I'm happy, the kids are happy, and I'm able to do what my passion, which I couldn't have been done when I was still in Europe. So that's what that's something that I'm really grateful, and I'm really glad I did.
Oh, wow. This is
Yeah.
very good. I think that's one thing single mothers can relate to. Yeah. As it's scary and challenging as it is to move to another country,
Yeah.
when you're alone, and for you to move with the kids.
With the kids,
Wow.
yeah.
You're a superwoman. Hey.
Because actually people, they think that you are putting kids in danger, but there is nothing wrong to try. If it wasn't going to be good, I could have gone back.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
unless there is no regret, you done what you can at the end of the day. I don't know what others think, but you're a mom. At the end of the day, you know your kids more than anyone.
Yeah.
As a single mom. Well, thank you very much for sharing. So we have a new member, Stacy. Stacy, welcome.
Hi, thank you. Oh, it's nice to be.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
Sure. So, well, my name's Stacy, and I live in West Texas. What else? What else? Oh, I'm a mom too. I've got 3 babies, and I'm currently engaged, and my fiance lives in England. So I'm working on a K-1 visa to get him to the States.
Oh, congratulations!
Congratulations, Stacy.
Thank you. it's been really tough being a single mom for the last few years, and so what I wanted to talk about was sorry, I fidget a lot. Is so the most loving thing I've ever done for myself came immediately after the most painful thing I've ever done. And so it, you know, I had just gotten out of a bad relationship, and it wasn't even a long relationship. It was like 6-month long relationship with a man who lived in my house, and he'd used me, and he was very emotionally abusive and sexually coercive. And he was really good at making me think that I was a terrible person, and I was a failure. I always did things wrong, and it got to the point where I just self-destructed, and I believed it, and then I physically hurt myself, and then I just broke, and then he left, which actually kind of unsmothered me, and I started to kind of snap out of it and look around like at all the damage I'd done to myself inside and out. And I look at my kids, and you know, they had no idea what I was going through, and if they had known, like, I can't imagine the kind of pain that they would feel knowing that I, you know, had been hating myself so much. So I got away. I went to see a friend she's actually a counselor, but she took me into her home. She taught me a lot of things. She recommended books, and so I read books, and I downloaded tons of audiobooks about psychology, about narcissists, about self-love, and I started to realize that every cell in my body loved me and was working towards keeping me healthy and alive. And so while I was hurting myself, every cell in my body was hurting, and it would start to make me like, I looked terrible. I felt terrible. And so once I started to learn to view myself as all the cells in my body viewed me, you know, eat healthy, like tell myself things like, you're worth it, I'm sorry. It was a change. You know, I never really thought to look in the mirror and say those things. I always thought that was kind of silly, but it actually really helps, because your mind and your body are connected. It really, and on many levels. You know, if you tell yourself you're not worth it, or then your body will start to break down. And so I just completely switched, and I healed really fast. I became happy again and relieved that he was out of my life, and I went completely no contact, because he kept trying to he still tries to get in touch with me, and it's been over a year. And so just completely cutting that toxicity out of my life, it's been amazing. Happier with my kids are happy, and then I have, you know, a new love in my life, and it's been so much better.
Oh wow. I don't know about you ladies, but I'm so emotional, and I feel like, oh wow, thank you. Just, I don't know what to say. Thank you very much for sharing that powerful.
Thank you.
And being, you know, open with us and sharing your story with us. And hey, look on the bright side, you're engaged, your kids are healthy, and you know, you're smiling, you're healthy. Really,
you just want to set a good example too, you know, and that's something that I've improved on as well. Is that, you know, I've always just wanted to set a good example. I mean, I hid the pain from them, but really, there's only so much you can hide from kids, you know. They sense it.
Oh God, we need someone like you to actually speak for those who can't speak for themselves, have been through what you're going through, and they can't even see the light of the, you know, at the end of the tunnel. And you're an example for them. Thank you very much for sharing.
Well, thank you too.
Oh, wow. I'm so
Thank you,
excited now
Tracy.
to have a very powerful women with me today.
Yeah.
Antonella, I think you can
Hi.
ask me.
Hi, thanks for sharing all your testimony. And I had shivers while you were speaking. And what can I say? I am 24,
Aw.
so I am much younger than you ladies, and I've not gone through what you have experienced. So for sure, I will learn a lot from you today. Thank you. I will say something that is less intense, so related to friendship and to my capacity of not giving importance to people's judgments. So the thing that I am most grateful, so the most loving thing that I did for myself was not caring about people's prejudices and opinions about my decisions, because only me, I know what's best for me. And so this is the most loving thing that I ever done for myself, not listening to all the advice for the university, not listening to their advice for everything. So at the end of the day, even if I am a good listener, but I am the best listener for myself, that's the most demonstration of self-love that I can do for myself.
Oh, wow.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh God, I'm so grateful for you today, and you know, I'm learning something new every day. You know, when you're in a situation where you feel like, oh God, you know, this is the worst thing which happened to me. But when you hear other people's story and experience, you actually realize yours is nothing compares to them, and it can encourage you that, you know, with people, powerful, you know, experienced women, you can actually, you know, there is too much to learn from them. And thank you. I really appreciate your stories and be able to open and share them with us. And thank you very much. Is
Thank
anyone want to
you.
add something quick?
How about you?
Yes, what about you, Marie Claire?
Yeah.
Oh, how about me? Obviously, you know, I never prepare for these, you know, topics. But today, my role was to moderate. But obviously, if you like me to share something with you, so what the most loving thing that I've done to myself? I really can't think of any. But I think it's now that, you know, I'm back at university, you know, doing something which will be beneficial to me and to my son and, you know, other people I love around me. And I think not only this course I'm doing, obviously, as I said, it will benefit me, but I'm hoping that it will benefit the community and, you know, everyone around me. I can be able to make a big difference in their lives. Even though it's painful, not much sleeping, nothing, but it's still the most loving thing that I've done to myself. Apart from being a mom. Thank you. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
So you're more than welcome to join us again tomorrow at 2 o'clock UK time, and all the information, ID, meeting, and all the login details can be seen on our website, on the social media. Thank you. Thanks a lot for
Bye.
Thank you so much.
joining us.
Thank you.